Welcome back to The Chill Stoic. This is not just a podcast, it's a sanctuary where ancient wisdom becomes your compass. A place where calm is not weakness, but the mark of an untouchable man. Today, we enter one of the deepest, most liberating truths you may ever confront. Always be willing to walk away. Because in that single willingness, a man reclaims what the world tries so hard to steal, his sovereignty. Let's begin with a sobering reflection. Have you ever watched a man betray his own soul just to stay? In a relationship that bruises his dignity, in a job that suffocates his spirit, in circles that mock his values. Why does he remain? Often it's not because of love or loyalty, it's fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of being alone, fear of starting again, fear of letting go of something that once made him feel alive, and in that fear, he trades his integrity for crumbs. But there exists another kind of man, rare, resolute, uncompromising. The man who walks away when something costs him his peace, his purpose, or his principles. Not because he doesn't care, but because he's made a vow, a silent one, to never abandon himself. This is the essence of unshakable masculinity, to be deeply connected yet never possessed, to love fully but never from desperation, to remain not because you can't leave, but because you choose to stay, for as long as it aligns with your highest self. Now let's talk about why so few cultivate this power. The trap of scarcity. Psychologists call it the scarcity effect. When we believe something is rare or slipping away, we value it more, often irrationally. That's why men cling to jobs that drain them, to partners who disrespect them, to friendships that feel more like obligations than soul connections. The child within fears abandonment, so the man tolerates what wounds him. He makes excuses. Maybe it'll get better, maybe this is all I deserve. But what he's really saying is, I'm afraid to be with myself. But brother, here's the paradox. The moment you are truly willing to walk away, you no longer need to, because your value is no longer negotiable. Your presence becomes rare, not because you're playing games, but because you're playing by principles. Detachment is not coldness, it is sacred clarity. Most people confuse detachment with indifference. But detachment is not apathy, it's clarity. It's the ability to stand in love, in work, in friendship, and still know that your worth does not depend on any of it. You stay only where your soul breathes. When something dishonors your values, you don't threaten, you don't beg, you don't explain 100 times, you simply leave. Because what you allow, you affirm, and what you tolerate, you teach. When you choose yourself, you don't lose people. You lose the illusions that someone else was your oxygen. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. So think honor, think peace, think liberation. How to practice the power of walking away. Step 1. Know your non-negotiables. Write them down. Name them. These are not preferences, they are principles. Your peace, your dignity, your mental clarity, your spiritual alignment. These are the altars upon which no compromise is ever laid. Step 2. Cultivate inner fullness. You must become so grounded in yourself that solitude does not scare you, so aligned that silence becomes sacred, so whole that you do not need anyone to complete you. This is not arrogance, this is emotional maturity. Step 3. Detach with love, not resentment. Walking away is not about proving someone wrong, it's about proving yourself right. When you leave, do it quietly, cleanly, with grace. You don't need applause. Your soul already knows the victory. Step 4. Replace fear with faith, not religious faith, but a sacred trust in your path, in the wisdom that what aligns will remain, and what departs was never yours to carry. Amor fati, love your fate, even the goodbyes. Step 5. Make peace your metric. If something robs you of it consistently, it is unworthy of your energy. If someone challenges it habitually, they are not your mirror, they are your lesson. The legacy of a man who walks away. When you live this way, you become a man of gravity. You don't chase, you attract. You don't beg, you invite. And those who remain in your life are there not because they fear your absence, but because they respect your presence. This is how kings move. Quiet, certain, rooted. And to the woman who witnesses this, she doesn't just admire you, she feels safe in your presence, because your stillness tells her this man answers to something deeper. Not lust, not ego, but truth. So remember this: walking away is not the end, it is the beginning. The moment you stop betraying yourself to keep something that was never worthy of your wholeness. Let your silence be your stance. Let your absence be your boundary. Let your standards be the map by which your life unfolds. Because in a world that begs men to tolerate everything, the man who walks away from the wrong things walks straight into his legacy. Follow the chill Stoic and become the kind of man whose strength is not in his fists, but in his feet, ready to walk away from anything that costs him his soul.